I spent 9 years in that physical abuse. He was in and out of jail. He was in different relationships with other women. He was either in a treatment center, in jail, or on the streets. And that's how I lived my life for 9 years. And didn't realize that I was settling so much for what I thought was love, which was very much a counterfeit. So in the midst of that relationship, there was a young woman who lived in the apartment complex right behind us. Our bedroom walls were adjacent. And she would be aware of the abuse that went on and the name calling and that kind of thing. And she would try to witness to me. She and her husband were newly married, and all I could feel was jealousy that her relationship was much, much different from mine. And I would be cordial to her, but I would not engage her, if you will. So one night, in the midst of the madness, my ex-husband was in the middle of abuse, and I ran to her house for safety. And she was there with her husband, of course, who wanted to go and beat my ex-husband up, which I thought at the time was a great idea, but that was not what God had planned for me. She sat me down on her couch, and she asked me if I knew how much Jesus loved me. And my first thought was, why are you talking this Jesus stuff in the midst of all of this drama? Let it rest, But somehow at that moment, I really was wanting and needing to answer that question. And of course the answer was no. And it was as if my whole life and scenes of my life flashed before me, and I realized that I was just about at the end of myself and what Angie thought that she was capable of doing, or the wants and the desires that were so selfish within my own heart, thinking that I could meet them or some other person could make me happy. I was at the end of that, and the tears just flowed and flowed from a place that was so deep that within myself that I didn't know existed. And so in the midst of that madness, I was saved, and my life really did change. Over the 2 years that my ex-husband was incarcerated, I listened to Christian radio and had people to come around me that would invest in my life in that way, to love me with the love of Jesus. And I grew and I changed, and I began to understand that I was truly loved.